If you live in West Hartford, Connecticut, your home might be worth a lot more than you think, or a lot less than you think after the 2026 reevaluation phase. Let's take a look at what's really going on here in town. Over the past couple years, the town has seen an enormous gain in equity, a spike in property value. So the people that have owned homes here a while have seen their equity increase substantially. At the same time, something that not a lot of people are talking about right now, and it's important for both prospective buyers and sellers to understand, is the reassessment that's occurring in town in October of this year, of 2026. This is a state mandated reevaluation of properties, and it hasn't been done since 2021. The market was a lot different in 2021 than it is in 2026. Property values across the board were substantially less. So this reevaluation across the board is going to leave almost all properties at a significantly higher assessment than they were before. So what does that mean? Well, it affects affordability for buyers. This is going to cause an increase in taxes that buyers are going to have to account for in their monthly payments. When you couple this with the skyrocketing cost of home insurance over the past couple of years, these are two big chunks that are really starting to dig into homeowners, monthly payment, cost of living, right? So it's going to be important to see after that reassessment happens, after the dust settles and those first couple tax bills start coming in for people, if they continue to live in town or if they go, look elsewhere for homes that are more affordable. If you're on a monthly basis with a cheaper tax rate, if you're a buyer, having an awareness that this is at least on the horizon, and taking into account if you do buy a property, plan for the worst, hope for the best. Estimate your numbers based on the price you're paying for the property today before the assessment, because when that evaluation comes in, if they're using similar comps, it's probably going to be somewhere in a similar range. Obviously, I can't say for sure. These are appraisers that will come out to the property and do their own due diligence, but appraisers will use recent comps to value the home. Then the assessment will be 70% of that appraised value, which is the number the town will use for your taxes. So if you're a buyer, plan for that worst number. Plan for that number you're purchasing the home for. Do your assessment off 70% of that. Multiply it by the mill rate. That's probably going to be closer to your new tax rate than whenever it was prior. Make sure you can afford that. If you're a seller and you're on the fence, or you're trying to time out what time of year you want to list your property, there's going to be some real advantages to listing now when we know how the market's reacting now. We know how many homes have sold in the past month and how many are on the market. And if you want to see my monthly update, I do them every month. Just drop a comment below saying monthly update, and I will copy a link of my last video that breaks down all the numbers to what's happening in the market here in town right now. How many homes have sold, how many are active, what the days on market and median sales price, all that good stuff, right? So you can stay updated on those numbers. But if you're a seller, we know that's happening now. After the reevaluation, we don't know how the market's going to react. West Hartford has always been a very desirable town. People have always wanted to live here for a variety of reasons that we cover in these videos. So my guess is there's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period. But as someone who studies the market daily, I do believe more inventory will start to creep on after that reassessment, as some people, unfortunately, will get priced out. That jump, that difference in prices has been significant, and we will see, as some other towns have started to see in Connecticut, an adjustment in property taxes. Some people will be fine. Some people may decide they don't like it and they may move elsewhere, which will cause them to list their home. So this is going to be very interesting to see. 2026 is a year with new information in the market. If you would like our seller's guide, our free seller's guide, drop a comment below asking for the seller's guide. Happy to drop that to you so you can review how sellers are preparing, some things that they're looking for in terms of how to prepare a home, how to market it properly, the costs associated with it. If you're starting to think of some of these things and want to start brainstorming, this is a great guide for you to look at. If you want to get a little more serious and dive into a deeper call, I'm always happy to help talk about the reassessment, how it might affect your particular home's value, what it's worth now, and how it may affect it down the road. Call, text, email. I'm always happy to help and dive into this. This is one of the bigger adjustments we've seen, real estate wise in the town in the past 5 years, and it's going to bring a lot of new information. So it's my goal to keep everybody up to date on how this is affecting the market and how it's playing out over the course of the year.